Hello viewers, welcome to Everything But What. Today we are going to watch the unsolved mystery. This video is going to be very interesting. So watch it without skipping. Let's get into the video. Before that, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook and WhatsApp. This is in 1911, in Nevada, USA. In Nevada, there is a cave called Lovelock. Two people are going there. The reason why they are going to that cave is because there are a lot of residues in that cave. To use the residues as fertilizer, the two people are going into the Lovelock cave. They thought they could get it from a distance. But since they got a little less residues, they decided to go deeper. When they went deep into the cave, they found a mysterious discovery. That is the strange bones of 40 people. What is strange about bones? Isn't that a cave? So people might have lived there and died there. That's why the bones might have come. If it was like that, there would be no problem or mystery. But the bones of 40 people were very strange and huge. The height of the bones was 7 to 8 feet. If we take the average height of people in this world, it would be 5 to 6 feet maximum. If someone grew up to 7 feet, it would be fine. But if you ask if someone can grow up to 8 feet, there is no chance. But in this deep cave, there were signs that some bones grew up to 7 to 8 feet. Another strange thing is that the hair on the bones were not black, but red. So the people of this bone group are saying that there are no people who live in that native. Because there is no hair in red for the people who live in the cave. So how did this bone group get red hair? That's the big mystery here. When the people of this group saw the bones of these 40 people, they went out and searched the cave. They searched the cave completely. They found many bones other than these 40 bones. They found more than one lock things that were used by the people of that time. Among those one lock things, two things were very strange. One of them was the slippers. When they were digging the cave, they found a strange slippers. After digging the slippers, the researchers kept their feet near the slippers. When they compared it with the slippers, their feet were small. Because the length of the slippers was 15 inches. If we calculate the height of the person who wore the slippers, the height of the person who wore the slippers was approximately 9 feet. The second strange thing they found was some clothes. When they checked the clothes, they were shocked to see if it was a human or a giant. Because the clothes they took were not small, they were very big. If a person wears such clothes, he must be a giant. When we look at the bones, we can see that there are more chances for giants to live. But we need more evidence to prove this. So, they started to research in a deeper level. They found a book when they started to research. The book was written in 1800. The author was Sarah Banamaka. They found a lot of mysteries in the book. Before looking at what they wrote in it, can we get into the high-paying job only because of the school books, and especially for IT field is not 100% right. If we want to get a job in IT field, we need to have practical knowledge. To get practical knowledge, we need to choose the right platform to study. Rajalakshmi Edwards is the best platform for that. Rajalakshmi Edwards is an online training platform. They run this institute along with Rajalakshmi School of Business. They offer market demand courses. Python Basics, Advanced and Full Stack, Data Science, Full Stack Java, Finance, Business Analytics, Digital Marketing, Supply Chain Management, and FinTech. Students can learn these courses. Also postgraduates, working professors can also learn these courses to upgrade their skills. These courses are live interactive online classes. So, we can clear any doubt. We can complete the course without any interruption. They take classes in Tamil and English. So, there is no language barrier. If we learn only in Tamil, how will we be placed through English? They take soft skill and aptitude, and in the soft skill they take spoken English. They have tie up with 400 companies. They are also supportive of 100% placement. Online classes are based on theory. They also have industrial and capstone projects. Their courses are very practical. They have more than 800 students and 40 industry experts. They offer courses at affordable prices. They also offer zero-cost ME. Most importantly, their courses are taken as weekend classes. Click on the link in the description to join Rajalakshmi Edwards. Or call us on the numbers shown on the screen. In the book, Sara Venamukha, in the year 1800, they discovered many mysterious and unbelievable things. Sara Venamukha is the daughter of the chief Venamukha who ruled the area in the 18th century. Sara Venamukha is the daughter of the chief Venamukha who ruled the area in the 18th century. Sara Venamukha lived in a cave called Lovelock near the area where we live. She was always fighting with our people. At first, we thought we would not bother it, but as the days went by, the atrocity increased and they started eating our people. We couldn't be patient anymore. We thought that if we leave them alone, our people would be destroyed. We had to go against her. When we saw them in that cave, we were really scared. The people there were not normal. They were gigantic. They were like a giant people. Their hair was red. They mentioned in the book that their name was Sanduka. We fought with Sanduka for 3 to 4 years and won. After winning, some of their members were alive. We thought that if we leave them alone, they would create problems for us. We pushed some of them into the cave and filled the entrance with trees. We set the cave on fire and left them there. If we compare this book with some of the items and books we found in the cave, it proves that there were giants living in the cave. Not only that, when they searched the entrance of the cave, they found many burning marks in the entrance. When we look at the burning marks, it proves that the book is true. When Sara Venamukha mentioned in the book that there were burning marks in the entrance, it proves that there were giants living in the cave. Not only that, there was a third reason for the giants to live in the cave. When the scientists searched the cave, they found a red hair on the head of the bones. The red hair was made to a dress and wore by Sara Venamukha, and the photo was in the book which she wrote bones. So, we can conclude that the giants were killed and using that they made clothes, so, if they have lived in the cave, they would have lived in that surrounding also. Right when we searched the cave, in 1904 they found 11 feet tall skeletons. Not only that, in 1931, they found another skeleton which was 8 feet tall. So, we can conclude that the giants lived in the cave. So, what is your opinion about this? Do you think that the giants lived in the cave? Comment below. This is 1974, side OD, the shore of Monte Prima in Italy. A farmer was farming. He finds something banging in the soil. He dug and saw it, and he found a stone. Only when he saw it clearly, it's not a stone but something else which is lengthy, and when he fully took it and saw, he found that there was eyes-like structure in the object. That is, he noticed eyes and that he got scared and he told it outside. That news was spread soon and it went to the ears of the archaeologists, and they took the land from him and started doing research. When they researched, they found 5,000 giant statues, and that each one were different. Few were arches, and few were warriors, and the other few were boxers, even though it was in many shaped and wasn't in a human's shape, and that 8 feet tall and W, and they kept a name for it, and that is the giants of Monte Prima. And then they started researching why this area have a lot of giant statues, and they found a lot of things. Once upon a time, that is 4,000 years back, a different kind of living thing was living there, are known as Nuragic people. One details was found about these Nuragic people. The detail was 1750 BC Sardinia indigenous population, but how they live, how they eat, all are mystery. Only even though it is mystery, they liked in 1750 BC. And how they were able to make such a long statue? If they are making such statues, then that means they have seen such creatures, right? So they started researching that were there people living like that, and Then they found a great thing, that is there is tomb inside, that the tomb was 9 feet long and the 8 feet tall statues were placed on top of the tombs. So, it is believed that the tomb was built on top of the tombs in memory of their ancestors. If a tomb was 9 feet long, it would have been at least 8 feet tall, right? Nowadays, the tomb is only 6 feet tall. Let's do a little research according to our height. So, it is believed that giants would have lived in that tomb. According to this research, a mysterious tomb was found in Sardinia. If you look at the tomb, you can see that only the big bodies would be buried in this tomb. Because the structure of the tomb is like that. So, the name given to this tomb is Tumba de Gigantes, that is, it is named Giant's Tomb. The tomb itself is made of single stone. The front part is semi-hemispherical in shape. There is a hole in the center of it. They take the dead body into it and bury them, so it is believed that giants would have lived in Sardinia. In 1901, 4 skeletons were found in northern Sardinia. That is, 4 skeletons were found at a height of 9 feet from the ground. Recently, 3 tall skeletons were found in Terralba, southwestern Sardinia. But all these evidences do not keep people's eyes for a long time. They disappear in a few days. So, the doubt that giants lived in this world for a long time, the doubt that people should not know, and the doubt that the government is conscious, this evidence creates a disappearance. Not only that, in all the myths and stories in Sardinia, there is a mention of giants. So, you tell me, there are skeletons and statues of giants in one place. In that place, all the myths and stories are about giants. Why? If the skulls are also the skulls of giants, will giants live in that place or not? You comment on that. In the place called Tombstone in Arizona, USA, in the 1800s, a different story started to spread. After hearing this story, you comment on whether this is true or not. That story was published in Epitaph, a famous newspaper in Tombstone in 1891. What is written in that story? When 2 gardeners in Tombstone were working in their garden, they saw a huge bird flying in the sky. They were shocked to see that. Because the size of the bird was not like a normal bird. Its length was about 100 feet. Its head was about 8 feet. Not only that, the wings of the bird were very big and sharp. So, they thought that it was a different bird. So, they decided to hunt it. 2 people started running behind the bird. Finally, they finished hunting the bird. After hunting, they took a photo with the bird. The photo was published in the newspaper. The article ended. This article reached not only the people there, but also the researchers. When it reached, the researchers said, "Oh my God, what has happened?" They came to that area and started inquiring the people. When they inquired, the people there said, "Yes, it is true. There was such a big bird in that garden." Everyone answered the same. So, the researchers said, "Yes, it is true. There must be a photo in that newspaper." So, they searched all the newspapers in that area. But there was no such photo in any newspaper. This created a lot of frustration for the researchers. Because only if there is evidence, it can be said to be true. If there is no evidence, it is just a story. So, without knowing whether it is true or a story, this issue has been spreading among the people. At that time, the internet was growing rapidly. At that time, some photos were viralized on the internet. In those photos, some cowboys were posing like they had caught a big monster bird. So, these photos created a doubt whether the article in the newspaper was true. So, the researchers started investigating again. The first step in that was to investigate these photos that came out on the internet. When they investigated, they found out that these photos were fake. Because this news was spreading among the people from that period. So, to make that news true, they created a digital photo. Some people said, even if some people say this photo may be a lie. But the incident in that period was a real incident. Some people started saying that. There was a reason for that. Because in that period, the big bird they saw was a bird in Native American mythology. So, many people said that this bird had lived in that period. The name of that bird was Thunderbird. The sound of that bird was gigantic. To be more specific, there was lightning. They also said that it was a related bird. The reason for that is, when that bird shook its wings, there was a sound like lightning. Not only that, there was a light coming from its eyes. So, this bird is a spiritual bird of Native American. In 1790s, it is said that these two hunters saw this bird and chased it away. According to them, there was a big bird's bone in the forest. When they found that, they said that it was a thunderbird. The people who supported that idea were very happy. But that happiness didn't last long. Because they found that there was a big bird's bone in the forest. When they investigated that, they found that it wasn't a thunderbird. Instead, it was a pterodactyl. It was a prehistoric flying reptile. That's what they announced. So, you tell me. In 1790s, were those two hunters chasing that bird a thunderbird? Or a prehistoric flying reptile? Or was it just a story? Comment below. But we should know one thing. This story might have happened or not. But is there such a big bird living in this world? That's the truth. This is November 18, 2020. In this country, there is a place called Sandstone Canyon. When a biologist was chasing a goat, he saw a mysterious thing. It was a 12 feet long metal monolith. When we see the metal monolith, it looks like a triangle. So, how did this metal monolith come to this remote area? It is a big mystery. When they brought this metal monolith recently, they investigated it. They found that this is not the same metal monolith. They found out that this metal monolith has been here for 5 years. After 5 years, they searched for the owner of this metal monolith. But they couldn't find the owner of this metal monolith. They couldn't find who kept the metal monolith. They searched how did they bring it, but they couldn't find the answer. They couldn't find who brought it and how did they bring it. They searched for what did they bring it, but they couldn't find answer even for that. This mysterious metal monolith mystery continues. There is another twist in the next month. There is another twist in the next month. There are 200 places in the world where this metal monolith is found. This metal monolith is found in India, Pittsburgh, San Francisco. Between November 2020 and May 2021, this metal monolith is found in 200 places in the world. Why is this metal monolith found in 200 places in the world? Some researchers say that there is no reason for this metal monolith to be found. Some people found this metal monolith and published it in the newspaper. People found it beautiful and they plan to keep it in their own place. Some researchers say that this metal monolith was found in 200 places in the world. Some people say that this metal monolith is not a normal metal monolith. They say that there was a reason behind this metal monolith to be found. This was a process that happened 6,000 years ago. This metal monolith was found in 4000 BCE in Europe. A stone was found in Europe. After seeing this in Europe after few years, there are many similar rocks found in Europe. In UK, France, Portugal, Spain, and many other European countries, even in Germany and Switzerland, there are many similar rocks. 35,000 monoliths have been found in total. The name of this monolith is Menhir. After finding 35,000 monoliths in a single period, they are investigating the cause. But when they did the research, some people said that it was just like what I am saying now. If there was someone like this in that stone, he would have made a stone like this. Some people say that it is beautiful to see it, and some people say that they would have done it in their own place. But what some people say like that, there are some other researchers. This monolith is not an ordinary thing, there must be some deep meaning behind it. We can't find that meaning, because we can't find it like that. We can't say that this is a playful thing. But only if we can find the meaning of this, we can find many things that humans have never seen before. Many researchers believe that. So, this metal monolith found in this stone, or the one found, why was so many stones placed in the same stone? Is there any reason behind it, or was it just for the purpose of beauty? Comment below without forgetting your opinion. But until we find out the true meaning of this monolith will continue to be a mystery in this world. Okay guys, we have come to an end of this video. We will definitely come back with many mysteries and new discoveries.